Power, notoriety, mystery. Few names in America stir up as much mixed reaction as the Rockefeller family. What's remarkable about this legendary lineage isn't just their mighty business empire. Behind their immense wealth lies a captivating tale of ambition, innovation, and the resilience to overcome all odds. But before becoming the symbol of a prestigious family, where did they begin? How did a boy raised in poverty build a colossal financial and business empire that helped shape U.S. history? And most importantly, what lessons still resonate from this extraordinary story? Join Project 360 Official as we delve into the Rockefeller family right now. A challenging childhood. John Davidson Rockefeller, born in 1839 on a small farm in Richford, New York, was the second son in a poor family. John quickly learned the harsh realities of life. His mother, Eliza, a devout and disciplined woman, always taught her children about sacrifice and frugality. From a young age, John learned to meticulously record his expenses in a small notebook to manage his finances carefully. In contrast, his father, William, was known by the nickname Devil Bill. He often roamed around selling fake miracle cures. As a result, Bill's whereabouts were always mysterious and murky, sometimes disappearing for months or even a year, only to occasionally return with a few barrels of goods and cash. There were times when his local store debt accumulated to $1,000, an enormous sum at the time. "I went through a strange training process at home," John once recalled. "It seemed like a business education from childhood." Bill had a habit of making deals and trying to trick his own sons out of money to sharpen their quick wit and shrewdness. He would lend money to his sons at high interest rates, then suddenly demand repayment and force them to find a way to pay. John didn't like those lessons, but he fully absorbed them. From his father, he learned flexibility and cunning in business. Combined with his mother's perseverance, John gradually developed the qualities of a promising young merchant. In 1849, the world collapsed for the Rockefeller family. Bill was accused of raping a maid. Instead of facing the charges, he fled, leaving his family to face the scandal alone. It was a moment of immense shame and left a deep scar on John, who was only 10 years old at the time. Perhaps it was from this point that he began to find solace in the local Baptist church. Every Sunday, when the collection plate was passed around, John's mother always urged her son to put in a few cents. John gradually began to associate the church with charity. A pastor once advised John to earn as much money as possible and then give away as much as possible. John recalled that, at that very moment, my financial plan for life was formed. A few years later, the Devil Bill case couldn't be concluded due to lack of evidence. He returned and moved the entire family to Cleveland. This migration was thought to lead to a better life, but the reality was not as rosy. John discovered his father had taken a second wife under an assumed name, and the move to Cleveland was meant to cover up and continue Bill's double life. Then he disappeared again, leaving his mother and 4 siblings alone in a strange city. Eliza struggled to make ends meet, and John had to drop out of school to help support the family. In 1855, the 16-year-old quickly landed a job as a bookkeeper for an agricultural brokerage firm called Hewitt & Tuttle in Tulip Land, earning 50 cents a day. And that was the start of John D. Rockefeller's great career. The young man's diligent work ethic immediately made an impression. He meticulously examined every invoice and pointed out errors, even if they were just a few cents. This carefulness and diligence truly made a difference. Soon, John had honed a keen eye for business. Simultaneously, John carefully recorded all his personal income and expenses in his ledger, even the smallest amounts. In his eyes, numbers were sacred. The ledger gradually became a second conscience that governed his daily activities. After just a few years of working for a modest income, John D. had saved a small sum, and with an additional $1,000 borrowed from his father Bill, with interest, of course, John Rockefeller was determined to shed his impoverished past and start his own business. His first experience was with meat and grain trading in 1858. Soon after, a life-changing opportunity arose.